House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Half a day, everybody. Happy Easter to you and your family, wherever you are watching and streaming this from. I'm Jason, and Liz and Gina are here. We are your real estate segment here on the show. And apparently, I got the memo for wearing Easter pastels. Liz, you look very, very lovely. Gina, the memo didn't
Gina.
arrive on your desk, or you didn't check your email yet?
I'm a Gina today.
Well, there you go. Well, you know, your smile is all the pastels we need, because that is very, very genuine.
I'm consistently Gina.
There you go. Well, you know what also coincides, ladies, with Easter, of course, is tax season, and people think about, you know, different ways that they can, you know, make tax write-offs or deductions or things like that. But one thing I have noticed that I was hoping to discuss with the two of you, and maybe it is kind of fitting with Lent now behind us, is the concept of giving back and, you know, reflection, and what people in your line of work, you know, kind of do to get involved with charitable organizations, or start them, or practice, you know, good philanthropy.
Wait. How do you get tax season and Easter? How are you connecting those two dots?
I'm just saying they follow each other on the calendar. Yeah. I realized that I was tripping into that one, so I was like, yeah, let's just go through it. But thank you for, okay, now we're even, because I called you on the Easter pastel. So okay, so even Steven. Okay. Liz, please save me for this. So let's talk about giving back.
In terms of giving back, I know you have the question, what do realtors do to give back? And many of us have different projects that we give back to. For example, I'm part of Inafamalik, and I'm the chairperson, and we do a lot of peacemaking where we mediate between parties who have dispute, but that's a nonprofit organization. And we also do classes for the kids at school about conflict resolution. We've done projects with suicide prevention. And we've, you know, even with our association with the Guam Association of Realtors, there are community efforts that we get involved in, fundraising, giving back to the schools, giving back to the communities, doing different beautification projects. So as realtors, it is key that we give back to the community in, you know, different forms. I mean, this show itself, Gina and I started the show to talk about different properties, but that didn't feel fulfilling. And what felt fulfilling was giving back information about real estate, what to do in certain instances in purchasing, buying, purchasing or renting property. So we are very conscientious about giving back to the community in different forms. And I know Gina can talk about our other projects that we do with Remax.
You know, Jason, part of the reason we selected Remax to begin with as a franchise is because when we read in the beginning, when Remax first got started in the 70s, it reminded us of the way our partnership formed, and it felt like a family-owned, a family-run business, the way Liz's business was at that time. It's all about, and you know, with the agents that work here in our office, we feel like we feel like a family. We're a working family. We learn together, we quarrel together, we earn together, and, you know, and we're happy. I mean, you know, there's good and bad times, and that really keeps us going in our business. But we also, when Remax formed, they also started the Children's Miracle Network. And that's about giving back to the community, the people around you.
Remax who started that? I'm familiar
the Children's
with you. Yeah.
Miracle Network is Remax. It is.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's all the Remax in the United States, and you donate money with each sale. They donate money, or you could just donate money, not as part of a sale, but just to donate, generally speaking. And then they use that money to help with the children. You know, the money there goes into the treatment for kids. That's what the Children's Miracle Network is all about. That is a Remax thing. it's part of the Remax brand, and it's something that they celebrate
I
and
didn't think it was
promote.
possible for me to have any more respect than I already do for Remax, but you have actually like extended that. Yeah, wow. I had no idea
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Incredible.
And you know, we really believe in that. And my philosophy is it doesn't matter how much money you make, you know, it's more about the giving. And sometimes it isn't about giving of money, although in most cases nowadays that's what people need the most of, right? But we believe that sometimes it's giving your talent. So like at my church, you know, believe it or not, when it comes to, you know, church, and it doesn't matter what church you belong to, there are sometimes aspects of your church where real estate becomes something that you need to talk about. And so you know, my husband Leonard donates his time in, as far, you know, he serves as far as like management, not management, it's, you know, accounting and looking at the books and looking at the numbers.
Absolutely, that's a form of ministry. Absolutely, that's truly.
It's, you know, it's part of what you can give. But as a real estate agent, I want to give my talent that way. It's what I know. I can donate my talent in that respect and donate my time to helping the church with the administration of those types of real estate questions and real estate transactions that come up, because they do come up, not a lot, but they do come up. And as far as our customers are concerned, or our friends or family, or you don't even have to be a customer. I mean, we always promote the idea that if you have a question or if something's going on in terms of real estate in your family and you want to call, reach out to us, whether you reach out to Liz or you reach out to me, or you reach out to a realtor that you know and you feel comfortable with. You know, we promote the idea that charitable contribution isn't always about money. Sometimes it's about your talent or just your time. And Liz and I put in a lot of that to helping families get themselves organized or get their real estate put together, you know, in a way that gives them peace of mind. That also is a contribution, and we encourage all agents who could do that to you know, contribute what you can.
Like they say, you know, count your blessings, not your money. That's a few things in life I've ever heard that are more true than that. And you know, Liz, you know, using that, you know, that genuine dedication and that belief in community service, it's actually allowed you and Gina and your husbands more recently to actually form a new organization dedicated towards community service.
Right. We formed Children's Arc. And with Children's Arc, it's a nonprofit organization. We're taking donations, but we're also doing fundraising efforts. And, you know, organizations here, in terms of giving to individuals who are in need, sometimes the impact is not as much. The impact is very little. So we wanted to have a bigger impact so that if someone had to leave island and they needed some form of assistance, at least the monies we donate can help with housing or with parts of the medical treatment. I remembered once we were collecting monies for someone in our office, and I think the donation we got from the organization was only $500. And that amount did not have much impact, we thought. So in forming Children's Arc, our first fundraiser for someone who was in need, we donated $5,000.
Wow.
And at least that had some impact. So we did, what is it, the zombie run, which we're going to be doing every year around Halloween. And that effort, you know, generated quite a bit of monies that we could use to help families. And the next one will be in June. So be on the lookout on that particular fundraising effort. It'll be at the Hyatt. And it's going to be lots of fun. You're going to be there.
I
You're
am.
going to help MC.
And my hair is going to be fully grown back at a point. And I'm sitting here with you ladies, you know, who have become very, very dear friends of mine, you know, with my hair half in, half out, because I shaved my head 3 weeks ago because I believe in community service, and we wanted to raise money through the St. Baldrick's Foundation with the KUM Care Force, you know, to help kids with cancer, because that's what we believe in too. And
that's right. Yeah. So we're all on the same page in terms of giving back and not just giving back, but having impact, making sure that it does have a bigger effect.
And one thing, Gina, that I appreciate, and you've mentioned the Guam Association of Realtors in this discussion earlier, but this commitment is certainly, the rule, not the exception, because you guys actually advocate from all realtors, people like, that are experienced as the both of you are, to, rookies just coming in, is, get involved in the community and do the right thing and make this island better.
That's right.
I think if you really look around you, sometimes it's depressing listening to the news and watching all the craziness that's going on out there. And I think maybe this is a way to get us back on the right track, is to understand, to step up, do what you can to help. Anything is worth it. It doesn't have to be anything big. Even the smallest little things really make an impact to the person that you're reaching out to. And so as a realtor, if you're just getting into real estate and you're probably thinking, man, it is expensive being in the real estate business. I have to say that. Okay. So I can imagine that the people who just got into real estate don't want to spend a lot of money, doing charitable work, because they feel like, I got to get through this year. And that's, I can see that. But as I'm promoting, the idea of charitable contribution could be about your talent. It could be about your time. It doesn't always have to be about the money. And as a professional realtor, there's so much you could do in terms of information to help out somebody. I mean, I'm positive there's somebody that that probably just has questions about their deed. How do they give property to their family member? What is a gift deed? All these things really make an impact. And just answering questions like that, to me, that's really giving of your talent as well.
Mm-hmm. What do the two of you see, as kind of like, let's call it like senior level developers or senior level realtors, with the new generation of Guamanian realtors coming in and training themselves and learning from people like yourselves, but also having that that spirit of inafamalik and like it's the right thing to do, and it doesn't matter how old I am or how much of experience I have under my belt, because I know I can make a difference and I'd like to help. Are the youngsters like really showing a lot of that?
They're becoming more involved. The ones that have come in, they're volunteering their time with the Guam Association of Realtors, and they're serving on different committees. I mean, that's giving of their time because it benefits not just the community, because there is a community committee, community efforts committee, and then education. There's some that serve on the education committee. So there's different committees that they've served on, volunteering their time. But I always recommend that you join, because that's where you get the pulse of things. That's where you learn different aspects of real estate, as well as networking with your fellow realtors. So the Guam Association of Realtors promote the new members to get involved. And when I first started, I joined, and I was glad I did, because I started to hear things, get involved, get to know the other realtors, network. And I think that's the key to an individual success. If you want to be a realtor, network, learn the ropes, get involved, and it'll take you a long way.
Mm-hmm. Gina, who got you started, and who instilled in you not the privilege of serving the community? Because for me, it was both of my grandfathers, and both of my grandfathers on my mom and dad's side both served in the Navy, so that was like inherent like to them. But they also sat me down and told me specifically, they said, if there's ever an opportunity where you can help someone, you do not hesitate, and you make sure you take that opportunity. Otherwise, you're going to hear from us.
That's a no-brainer. My mom was all about give till you literally are giving off the shirt off your back. Yep. My mom was all about that. I remember holidays, Christmas time, Easter, those types of holidays. I'd be the one driving her around so she could drop off whatever she could to whoever. She always said that she called them the old ladies. Let's go drop this to this old lady and that old lady. And so I'd be the driver. And of course, I'd be, the young person in the car who doesn't want to get down. Here, Mom, go ahead. But now I see what she was doing. And it's like, it hits home, right? But I'm telling you, what I'm noticing in real estate is that Our society has changed a lot, and so have the individuals, right? There is a different mindset. And I always hear this, you guys are the old school. Okay, I'm the old school. And they're not talking about age. They're mostly talking, although age is relevant too,
So
but
it's more to your value system, or?
yeah, it's how I hear the phrase, well, that's how you did it. That's old school thinking. That's old school ways. And, and I can see that has also affected the real estate market. We hear a lot about diversity and equity, and I understand diversity, and I don't even understand. For me, it's like, why are we even having conversation about diversity? The United States of America and Guam in particular, we've always been diversified. I don't understand that conversation right now because I've never seen that we weren't diversified. We're diversified. We're about as diversified as we could get, especially here on Guam. We're truly a melting pot of everybody and anything you could think of. But the concept of equity, which is a new thing to real estate, for me, it's a new thing. I've, in a lot of our trainings, it often comes up, and I'm still very, I guess, clueless is the word that I would like to use, because I don't understand it. And as many courses as I've taken, I still don't understand, I'm not quite getting the concept of equity, the concept that if this is my benchmark and this is the minority, I move my benchmark to fit with the minority. That doesn't work for me. And I can say that because I'm a minority, and I don't want you to lower the benchmark to accommodate me. I want to bring up my benchmark so I could, hit the target. So the concept of
You're more
equity,
someone who moves the needle rather than said, like, I'm going to be the status quo that everybody's got to, measure themselves like against down. I can see.
well,
you push the envelope.
yeah,
Both of you do.
I'm a female. I'm in an industry of, before it was mostly men, and now it's mostly women. I think real estate is 80% women, but that's what I mean. There have been changes in the social
66%
standard.
of the people in the Zoom room are women right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, we're giving as much as we can, and we promote the idea of giving more. And whether you're giving for Easter or you're giving for taxes, do the right thing.
Giving
What
is
do they
giving. There you go.
And when you give, you end up receiving somehow, to some degree. Karma is karma.
There you go.
Right. Absolutely.
And if we can quote from the good book and everything, treat others as you would like to be treated, and it all comes back to you.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
The golden rule. There you go. That's a wonderful way. There you go. That's a wonderful way to end this segment. Ladies, thank you so much. Okay, once again, we're wearing pink, purple, and black, and we ended with the golden rule. So we've completed the spectrum of colors.
Yep, we sure did.
Again, I had no idea where I was going with that, but Gina, I'm going to end this episode before Gina calls me out again. So, ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jason.
All right, bye-bye.
House to Home, presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.